Today my hair has wings, okay? And I don't care. I could fix it before the camera, but I'm just gonna roll with it because I am lazy. Anyways, today I'm gonna teach you about how to get better and become more confident on camera, whether it's for YouTube, Facebook, any video service platform, okay? So let me start it out first. If you are completely brand new to this, chances are you are probably gonna suck. And it makes sense. Anything you try out new, you're probably gonna suck at it. Like, you can check my first videos, I tried to be the best I can be at that time, but I was stuttering, I had a bunch of other issues, I was glancing everywhere, the lighting was off, and I had a bunch of issues. But first of all, I was just not confident on camera. It just felt like someone was judging me, like someone was standing right over there watching whatever I do. And it just, I got nervous, I started sweating a little bit, and I was packing some heat, okay? So if you are nervous when you do the camera, it gets better over time, trust me. Okay, besides that, the way to get better on camera is the more you're on camera consistently every day, or as much as possible, the more confident you'll be. Like, this is basically true for every other skill, but with the camera, it's a lot easier because you have something. If you're editing for YouTube, what happens is when you do this, you do the best you can. You try to act as confident as possible, and what you do is when you're editing the video, you're gonna watch your video, and when you're editing it, what you're actually doing is you're looking at yourself, and you're like, man, this is kind of crap. And you're just continue to watch the video, but at the same time you're judging yourself. You're analyzing what you can fix, what you can't fix, and it makes the whole process a lot easier. Okay, but now that I got that whole spiel out of the way, let me give you some practical tips that you can apply for your YouTube or for when you're doing a camera on video, okay? So the first tip that you want to do is you want to make sure that you have an open body language, okay? So if I was just, like this the whole time, it gives a different vibe to the video. It's like, oh man, he's kind of shy, does not open up. And it doesn't look as good as it can be on camera. And you can see that right now I'm moving my hands. I'm actually doing this unconsciously. But basically, I'm doing some body language at the same time to make the video more, more into it. More like, oh yeah, we're into this together. And when you have open body language and you're using your arms to like direct what you're saying, all I'm doing with my arms is just like this. Like, if you just take out on mute and just watch me on mute, I'm just gonna be moving my hands like this. If I'm looking this way, I look that. If I look that way, and all I'm doing is with an open body language, open arm language, I'm just expressing myself. Like, if you put it on mute, that even if you can't hear what I'm saying, I probably look kind of confident with my wings of George Washington's 1796 hairstyle, okay? I probably look like a mushroom right now, okay? Second tip, you want to be more expressive on your face. Now, this is, you kind of like, different, it's different for every single person, but you should try to be yourself, you should try to show your personality, but at the same time, if I was just like talking like this the whole time, it's just not gonna be into it compared to like if I just talk like this. Which leads to my third point is you should probably add some more oomph to your voice. Now, I'm not saying you should go shout like this, but more like, just, you see how like throughout the whole, battle of just me watching the camera, you see my voice, gradually raises, gradually goes down. And all in all, you just want to, combining all three, positive body language, expressive face, and kind of loud but kind of not loud, and then changing the volume of your voice, all interact to give that confident vibe that you are on camera. Fourth tip, okay? Fourth tip is, it kind of happens, but you can't really stop it, is when you do the just stuff like, you just keep saying ums, you go there, and the beauty about YouTube is you don't have to do everything in one take. That's what my videos have been doing for now. But when you see the edit and you just see it cuts off to like another panoramic over here, what probably happens is that dude might have messed up. He might have not, but he probably messed up, and you could just cut out the bad parts, which makes it a lot easier because at one point you're going to mess up. Unless you are a perfect God, I assure you, you will probably mess up. And the beauty about on camera is, unless you're alive, you can just edit the parts that you don't like and just go, go on iMovie, you just flick that off. It's like, yeah, I look kind of bad on that. Let me just take that out. And then you just go to the next part. It's like, yeah, this is pretty good. I'm going to keep it. And what you do is you just keep doing, retry over retry. No, I actually, maybe I should have created a video, but basically, when I created my first YouTube video, I took like 10 to 20 retries just on the same part, trying to get the tip right, trying to tell you guys how to get the email marketing of this specific tip right. And I just stuttered, I looked away, and it was just a mess, okay? So if you are struggle busting, if you are just struggling to just say a coherent line, don't worry, it happens probably to most of us. It happened to me, I can assure you that. The fifth tip I want you to do is, what I like to do is, if you're doing a how-to video like this, for instance, you see how like every single, I tell you tip number 1, and then there's like a cut, like an edit cut, and then I go into tip number 2. It's rare that I go from tip number 2 to tip number 3 because I usually have to take a breath. I love to have like a long, giant lungs, but it's just, so while I'm doing that, preparing from tip number 4 to tip number 5, what I usually do is I take like a good 10-second pause, take a deep breath in, and then just think about what I'm gonna say, okay? And during those 10 seconds, if I keep messing up, I keep trying to say tip number 5 is, take a deep breath, it's okay to pause between these tips. But if I just keep messing up, what I do is I just visualize what I'm gonna say, or I just type it on my Mac. That would be right in front of me. I don't have one right now. But if I kept messing up, I would put that Mac right in front of me, and I would just keep practicing that line until it came out natural. And when you're doing that, it becomes, over time, it becomes a lot easier. Like maybe if this is your first time, it'd probably take 10 tries. Maybe for your second video, 9 tries. It's great, it's improvement. For your 20th video, maybe you still mess up, it happens to the best of us, maybe 2 retries. And just that vibe of just keep going on and on is really great, It shows that you're improving, but second of all, it shows that because in tip number 4, you can edit it out, it just adds on to the point where between each break, you can just figure out what you're gonna say and just say it naturally, okay? 6th and final tip for being on YouTube, getting great on confidence, is just keep practicing it every single day. It's just like building a muscle, building a memory, building a habit. And what happens is when you do this, like sure, I could take like a video take of 12 hours a day, but if I did that over the span of 12 days, it's gonna be a lot, for some reason, it's gonna be a lot, your improvement is gonna be a lot better. And I don't know the science behind it, but this is basically for every single skill you're trying to build. It's good to be consistent every single day rather than just do 12-hour blocks at one time. Now, if you're doing 12-hour blocks at one time every single day, your improvement is gonna be like, it's gonna shoot to the moon. But if you're like most of us, who has a limited amount of time, maybe 3 times a week, just make sure that you do it on schedule. If you're sending out 3 videos a week, make sure that you take the time for 10 minutes, 20 minutes to schedule a shoot. Boom, 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 and make sure you don't miss one, because when you do, it kind of, this would be building your skills, okay? And if you just take a break, it drops it back down to like even farther before you have to build it back up again. And it's just a pain, all right? It's honestly, it's hard to do it on schedule, but you just keep at it, create a Google Calendar, just make sure you do it. And overall, if you just want to have fun, okay? When you're having fun on this video, it's going to actually show, okay? It's going to showcase it. It's going to be like, boom, it's going to hit the audience, it's going to jab them right in the face. And it's going to feel pretty good, all right? Even if you don't get any views on YouTube at once, maybe no one wants to watch a video. But at the same time, if you just post it on YouTube, what happens is you're getting experience. You're getting the not moolah, but you're getting the experience of having to be on camera. And the point of this is you want to get practice and you want to publish it online that people can see. Because what it shows is that one, you're gonna show your improvement on camera. It's actually pretty interesting seeing the oldest videos of famous YouTubers and then just seeing how awkward they were. That's gonna be you probably if you're watching this video right now. But you just also want to show that you're having fun because just like many of those famous YouTubers, it probably took them years to get to where they're at. And if they're not having fun, getting 0 views for like 3 months or 3 years, it's probably gonna be hard to keep up with this habit of just trying to be on camera all the time. That's why it's important to have fun doing this, or at least have some sort of fun, doing this, or have someone else do it. Because if you're not having fun, one, it's gonna be hard to maintain that habit, and two, it's gonna showcase on the camera. Okay, that's my tips for how to get better on YouTube, how to get better on video. If you enjoyed this, if you enjoy my mushroom haircut, just give a like to this video, just comment below, and I'll tell you all about my mushroom haircut. Okay, this is mainly from yeah, man, this is what happens when you take hot showers and put it on your hair. It becomes a mess. Anyways, I think that's it for today. Hope you have a great day.